Hey guys, so today we're going to make the striped rainbow wall hanging. As you can see, I've already attached the majority of my 3-foot cords onto the dowel, and I've done them doubled. I've doubled up on them just because I wanted it to be like a thicker, chunkier kind of vibe. So yeah, how you do that is I've grabbed 2 of the 3-foot cords. I'm going to loop those loops over. That's the exact center. Loop it over, flatten these out to make sure they're nice, find that loop and pull them through. And this, I'm going to pull them so that these bottom cords come out even at the bottom. And then I'm just going to tighten it up. And that's how we attach it, because it can be kind of tricky just to get those ones. So next I'm going to attach my first cord using the vertical clove hitch knot. These are cut to 5.5 foot, and I've taped up both of the ends just because I find the 3-ply when I'm doing all of these knots tends to untie quite easily. So to start, I'm going to take this cord and place it behind, and I'm just going to tie just a regular knot like you're tying your shoelaces. So just a quick knot, and I'm going to pull it tight and push it up. Okay, and next I'm going to take it from the right, I'm going to place it over the front, pull it through. See how I pulled it up kind of over that one. Then I'm going to pull it straight to the back and tighten up. So that's a really good trick for these knots. So again, I'm going to come from behind, over the front. I'm going to pull it through there. So do you see how it goes over top of this one still? And I'm going to pull it straight back and up. You want to make sure that you kind of get an even tension throughout the knots. So I'm going to do that twice on each one for my first row, okay? So you do it twice to finish the knot. Okay, now that I've come to the end, I'm going to do a 3rd row coming back into this, third knot. You can see how each one has 2 there. So I'm just gonna do a single row going back this way, okay? So we're gonna do it from the opposite direction. So our filler cord, and then instead of coming from the right, we're gonna come from the left. So behind from the left, I'm gonna pull it over, through, and I'm just gonna pull that straight back. Okay. So once more, I'm just going to go behind, over, through, and straight back. We're going to add our second color. So I have this nice peachy tone, and all I'm going to do is the exact same as the first row. So I'm going to tie it from the front to the back, just a simple knot. I'm going to repeat this, the exact same thing we did up here, and you want to make sure that you get the same number of row of knots. as you can see, I've done the 3 rows of each color, and now to finish it off, I'm just going to add a row of the double hitch knots, so meaning there's going to be 2 lines of the ropes just down here. And now how you do that, and here's a tip for if you're using a different size dowel or you want to make it wider or thinner, to just get one of these double rows, I just estimate like this. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I always leave a little bit just in case. So basically 4.5 times the width plus some. So yeah, in case you want to make a different size one, what have you. Okay, so same thing, and this is just going to secure it all into place and kind of finish it off and even it out, and then we'll fix it all up and we'll clean up the back. So we're not going to do 3 rows for this one. We're just going to do the doubles. So as you can see, it's a good thing that I added a little bit extra on there, and because this is a thicker rope, it uses more rope to go around the others, bigger diameter. So yeah, so this is where we're at, and we still have a little ways to go. Kind of straightened out this top bit. You kind of have to mush it into place and move it on the dowel just to make it all nice and pretty. So now I am going to the most tedious part. We have to untwist each and every one of these, and I hate to say it, but I don't really know of a quick and easy way for this, so it just takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it because it's a really pretty effect when it's done. So I'm going to untwist all of these, and I'll come right back to show you what you should be at. Okay, so as you can see, I have untwisted all of the rope, and now I am going to use this pet brush. You can use any pet brush, or a hairbrush or a comb, whatever you have. I find pet brushes are like the secret magic trick to getting this cord straight. And again, because I'm using Ganex rope, it is the only multiple ply, so this was a 3-ply rope. I find that when you brush it out, it actually stays straight. Okay, so this will just be a few minutes, and when you're doing it, you want to make sure that you get it all the way to the top. I'm going to flip it around and get the entire back as well. Okay, so now you can see I've kind of just tidied it up. I've combed it the whole way through, and there are a couple of uneven pieces at the bottom, so I just trimmed it off. And next I have to rearrange the camera, and I'm going to show you how to clean up the back and attach a string for hanging. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm heating up my glue gun, my well-loved glue gun, and what I'm going to do with all of these backs, these pieces sticking out, is I'm just going to give it a final tug and make sure that they're all nicely into place and not loose. Okay, and then once that's done, I'm going to cut them nice and short. And all I'm going to do is use my glue gun to glue them into place. Okay, so you can see they're all nice and short. I'm just going to take the glue gun and I'm going to get it into the knot. This is just to make sure that they don't come undone and they're nicely secure into place. So if you plan on selling them and you're shipping them or whatnot, then you don't have to worry. Or if you have children and they tend to use things that are not toys as toys, because this is not a toy, it's a choking hazard. So now that everything is glued into place and the glue is dry, just take in, this is my preference, you can use whatever kind of string you want, some very thin jute, and I'm going to make sure that these are even first because we are going to glue it into place to secure it. So that looks good to me. And I'm just going to go around, and then I'm going to do what's called a nurse knot. Let me see if I can get a better angle here. So we'll go around, and I'm going to go 1, 2. Going to do it again. It's nothing fancy, it's just a regular knot. 1, well, I'll just do 1 this time just to finish it off. That's fine. There we go. And I'll just measure out, so I want my hanger to be about that long, and now I will hold that into place, and we're going to do the same thing. So 1, 2, one more to finish. So double check those, make sure they're nice and tight, and then I'm going to trim these parts right down. Now to hang it, I want these knots to be slightly towards the back, just so that when we're hanging it up, it looks nice and hangs nice against the wall. So I'm just going to pull these back just a little bit each. Okay, and now I'm going to glue the knot into place and make the glue go towards the back of the dowel so it doesn't show. And then this will also secure that knot.